Mike Gigabit here with our top 3 GigE camera tips to reduce CPU power consumption. Pairing up one of Point Grey's cost-effective GigE cameras with a power-efficient CPU is an excellent strategy to keep costs low. The ability to limit CPU power consumption is great for certain applications like embedded systems or fanless applications where you're working within a limited space. So let's get started with tip number 1. Install the Point Grey GigE filter driver. This specialized camera driver lowers CPU usage by filtering out non-image data packets and delivering image data packets directly to main memory, bypassing the Windows UDP stack layer and firewall. So the CPU has fewer packets to process and fewer layers of Windows to jump through. Tip number 2, enable jumbo frames. We saw additional CPU usage decrease once we enabled jumbo frames. This happens because we're telling the computer and camera to send and receive larger data packets, thereby reducing the number of packets sent. Fewer packets sent, less CPU power needed to process them. And our final tip, choose the right pixel data format. This tip is a bit of 2-in-1 because it has to do with the color processing algorithm you choose, YUV, RGB, Bayer, or Mono, and your bit depth, 8-bit, 16-bit, 24-bit. What you want to do first is consider what's your lowest bit depth you can work with. The lower the bit depth, the less data the CPU has to deal with. Then test which pixel format your CPU processes most efficiently. The differences in CPU usage between pixel formats might surprise you, so make sure you test each one before you lock down your system. Now, for those of you who still aren't convinced, here are my own unscientific results. I tested a Fleet 3 GigE camera on an AMD E350 CPU. This CPU has an 18-watt thermal power design, and you can see we were able to reduce 100% CPU power consumption on RGB8 with no jumbo frames and no filter driver installed to about 52%, switching to RAW 8, enabling jumbo frames, and installing the filter driver. Of course, if you need any help with these tips, please feel free to contact us or look in our online knowledge base for support articles for more information. Thanks for watching.